Hey Aries, how are you? I hope all is well. This reading is going to be a reading for what's coming up for you in May, since it is May 1st. Yay! I hope your Aries season was amazing, because all the Aries I know had an amazing time, so I hope yours was too. If you like this video, like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. You can book personal readings at herbalempressney.com. Information is in the description box below. I will not be doing my normal Tuesday, Wednesday TikTok anymore due to a schedule change. So, if you would like to book a personal reading, please do so on the website. And if I will get on TikTok, I'll let you guys know, because I usually try to do these readings, my weekly readings, at the beginning of the week. So I'll let you guys know if I'm going to be on TikTok each week, because it's going to be hit or miss with the new schedule. Alright, here we go. I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and then while I'm reading over the oracle cards, I'll pull the tarot deck. While I'm reading over the oracle cards, I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck, so you guys don't have to wait for me to shuffle the tarot deck as well. One more. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Bottom. Okay. Alright, Aries. You have... And oh, by the way, I'm not in my normal filming spot, so I don't have my table. I don't really have a space to put the camera to see the cards, so I'm going to show you the cards. You have Wealth, Wounded Healer, Intuition, Stillness, Sensuality. Okay, Aries. So it looks like you have some type of money coming in, or some type of business opportunity. This could be, again, different for everyone, because this is a collective Aries reading. Take it how it resonates and leave the rest for those that it resonates with, if it doesn't resonate with you. Alright, so Aries, you have an opportunity that's coming in that has to do with money. You may have a new job offer, side hustle, something, right? You have money coming in. Or it could just be that your money is finally growing after a time of things being not so great, or you being financially having struggles financially, right? So either way, if you haven't been struggling financially, that's great. You just have more money coming in, right? The more the merrier for you. But if you have been having financial difficulties, this month is going to bring you more financial opportunities. You may be feeling like a wounded healer, right? So you may just be hurt, right? And you may realize that you have a lot of things that you need to heal, or something that recently happened to you that you're healing from. And you need to heal. You need to take the time to heal and recognize that you are hurt, that you are wounded, right? You may have been trying to act like this wound doesn't matter, or act like it's no big deal, but in reality this truly hurt you, whatever this is. So you need to be able to take some time and heal from this. No one is telling that you need to heal right away, but I think you recognize that it is something and some things that you need to heal from, right? And for some of you, that came to mind. For some of you, this new job opportunity or this new offer that has more money coming in for you, it is helping you realize that you need to heal, right? Something about this opportunity is helping you to heal or helping you to realize I kind of need to heal, right? I can't. So, like, say for example, if you are very is it quick tempered or like quick tempered, right? Like you're easily angered and you get promoted to a manager position, right? Like you're not uh you're not going to be good as a manager if you're always yelling at other employees, right? So it's like you may realize when you get a promotion, like, oh, you know what? I kind of need to grow up. And me growing up means I need to heal from some of the things that I've been running from this whole time. So I think I need to now take some time to reflect and heal some things. Like that's kind of how you may feel, right? Uh, there's because your intuition has been off, or you may not be trusting your intuition due to the fact that you need healing, right? Because you're wounded, it's like I can't trust my intuition as much as I used to, or something's off, right? Because and it's just because you're healed. You're healing. I shouldn't say you're not healed. You're healing, right? So the fact that you are healing, it's like you may have also realized that this you may have also realized that you needed to trust your intuition and you haven't been due to the fact that you need to heal, right? um this is like a common theme this week for some of my readings, right? You need to recognize I may be going through a lot and I'm wounded and I want to act like you know, and just continues. It's like if you got hit with a bow and arrow or something, I'm not going to use it. That's a random weapon. But like, say, like you got grazed, right? And you're just like, I'm not hurt. And you're continuing to walk around like you don't have blood dripping down your arm and your arm is not gashed open, right? So it's like you wanted to go walk around like I'm good, I'm chill, right? And it is not gender, but it's like you trying to walk around macho or trying to walk around like I'm strong, I can deal with this. But in reality, like you really can't because you're gonna have to do something with all this blood gushing down and your whole arm is open, right? Like you're gonna need some stitches, you're gonna need something to clean it up with, and I know it hurts like hell, right? So you it's like you're going around trying to act like this doesn't exist, right? But it does. And because you're trying to act like this doesn't exist, if you're having pain or trauma in your body, like you're not necessarily thinking clearly, right? Because you're only thinking about the pain. If you have a really bad headache, it's hard to think. If if you have pain anywhere, if the pain is so bad, it's hard to think because the pain is taking over, right? So it's the same thing. You're being wounded, or whatever wound that you're trying to heal from right now, you need to I think you have acknowledged that you need to heal, right? So it's like you've acknowledged that there's a gash in your shoulder. Now you just have to actually take your behind to the hospital and or wherever you choose to go, urgent care, wherever, right? And get it cleaned up, stitched up, whatever, right? Even if your Auntie Sue can do it in her kitchen, like it doesn't matter. Like you need to do something about it, and that's the part that you recognize. Like I need to do something because it's interfering with my intuition. It's interfering with how I make decisions, right? So, and you recognize that, and so you need to just be still. So you may be taking a lot more time for yourself, or have taken a lot more time for yourself, right? Or you may have been taking a lot of time for yourself but realizing you need more in order to heal. Because it's like you just need to be still. You need to be able to trust your intuition, because it's like you may be flustered, or not really flustered, but just like questioning things, right? So if you have this money coming in, it's like, what do I do? What if I mess it up? What if, right? And you're sitting there asking yourself, what if? But it's like, so it's like, if you realize that you don't need to ask yourself what if. Like, you just need to trust your intuition, and you know, if you're able to tap in to your intuition and trust it, then you wouldn't be asking all these what ifs. You would know for sure. Like, this is what I need to do. This is how I want to proceed. You would know. You don't need to ask all these what ifs. You would know, like, okay, if I do this, this is going to happen. Right? Like, so stop asking the what ifs and tap into yourself. Tap and be still. You may also have recently, if you haven't been taking time to yourself, maybe you need to, because you may have been out too much. You may have been too, like, exposed to around too many people, or just having a lot of time out and about. And really, this is not a time for you to be out and about. It's a time for you to be still, right? And you might be like, well, I want to have fun. That's great. However, the way that you're going to deal with this the wound that you need to heal, is by spending time with yourself and being still, right? You're going to have time to go out and do whatever, because obviously you got all this money coming in, right? So you're going to have to spend it somehow. You're going to have vacations to go on, things you're going to want to do, experiences that you've never experienced before, right? So now is the time for you to be still, not continuously making moves, because you're not able to sit with yourself and tap into your intuition. And also, you being wounded is harming your sense of sensuality. You may not feel as desirable, or you might not feel as sexy, or, you know, scrumptious, whatever word you want to use, right? You might not feel as if you have been lately, because of you being wounded, or because of something that happened to you. So you definitely need to tap into yourself and get back to you, right? And part of that, again, is sensuality. So if you do have a partner, you may have not been as, affectionate or caring as usual, because you got everything else going on. All right. So, Aries, here we go. You have the Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Temperance. Okay. So, Aries, here's the thing. You may have been wounded and needed some time to heal yourself. And that's great, because you took the time, or you're going to take the time, right? Because this is for May. So if you haven't, you're going to take the time, so that things can balance out. Things can be way more balanced. You don't feel like you're constantly juggling things. Like, once you tap into your intuition, you might feel like you know what decision to make, right? Whereas, like I said before, you may have been questioning it. But now you know what decision to make, because you're sitting down with your intuition. Not like right now, right? But there's going to be a time where you sit down, and once you do, things are going to balance out, because you're going to feel more balanced within yourself. That you're not juggling. I don't want to say things. It's more so thoughts, right? Like, when the people juggle things, right? So just imagine that going on in your head constantly, What about work? What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about this? Like, it's, you're not having time to think about one thing because you're just constantly right. So you need to be able to take one of the balls that you're juggling, look at it and say, do I need to keep juggling this ball? No. Okay. Do I need to keep juggling this ball? No. Okay. Right? So that you can get rid of it, instead of, not necessarily get rid of it, right? But like, get rid of it in a sense of, this is not something that you're juggling any longer. Because you don't need to be continuously juggling, because when you continuously juggle in your head, for you, that might be a sign of, maybe I'm wounded because I usually can think clearer. I usually can, you know what I'm saying? Like, make decisions clearer. What's wrong with me? Why am I acting like this? You're not tapped into yourself. Something is disconnected within yourself that you need to get back to self. Because again, something affected you and you were wounded, and you're trying to act like it didn't affect you, but it did. So you need to deal with those feelings. You need to deal with that, so that you can have a balanced life and balance yourself out. There may be some type of reunion for you that is very serious, or you may have, it's different for some of you. One scenario is you sitting with yourself is balancing you, and you've made a decision when it comes to maybe two people, like, who do I choose, this one or that one, right? But it's like, when you do sit with yourself, there's no question, and you got, again, the 10 of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups, and you see both of these cards. You see they're happy, chilling in love. They're happy, chilling in love. Both of these cards have to do with home, like having someone feeling like home, marriage, higher levels of commitment, stability, security, happy family, getting your fairy tale ending, leaving a legacy. So they're obviously, when you sit with yourself, you're going to realize that somebody that you're in love with, and you don't want to miss the opportunity because of all this wound. I don't know what it is that wounded you, to be completely honest. I don't know if it's a past wound or something that happened more recently that kind of took you off your game, or if it could have been something from the past that came back and then you realized it was something that really affected you. I don't know. You have to figure that out. It's different for everybody. If you want to get further into like what's specific for your situation, you can, hit me up and I'll book a private reading with you. But this is like basically somebody that you're in love with this person. You see a future with this person. This person makes you feel stable. You feel home with this person. Like, it's like you want your fairy tale ending, and you want it with this particular person. Like, you sitting with yourself has allowed you to figure out, I need to do this. So whatever wounds you had from whatever, right? It's like you healing yourself. You realize, I don't need a third party. I don't need to run away from this person. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who I want to be with. And the only reason I'm running away from this is because I'm wounded. So I need to deal with my own wounds. And when you do, it unfolds, right? You do need to have patience with yourself, but also with this person, because there's a lot of healing and transformations that are occurring for you both, right? So you can't go in and say, hey, let's go and do this, right? They might be dealing with something too, or there might be some issues that you need to deal with between the two of you. Again, you've been like kind of being still, so this person might be questioning that. This person might feel like you left them in the cold. This person might feel like you like, why didn't you involve me or tell me that you just needed to heal? Why didn't you, right? But it's like they you feel like they would not have understood what you were going through, or it may have been a situation you're healing from that you may be embarrassed about, and you weren't ready to tell this person, so you backed away, still having to deal with this pain. right? So, I mean, honestly, this kind of sounds immature, but it is what it is, right? So, say for example, you had a relative pass away, and this relative used to abuse you when you were young. Haven't seen this relative in a long time, but it's coming back. Like, all the trauma from that time of your life is coming back because this person like passed away, right? So that person's name might be around a lot more, family's talking about them, whatever, right? But all that trauma that happened previously is now resurfacing because of something that happened a long time ago that you acted like did not hurt you or harm you, and you were really seriously affected by it. So you're like, wait, let me take some time to heal. But when you took the time to heal from whatever it is that came up for you, you didn't, you just went cold, pretty much, right? So you need to have patience with this person during this reunion. Even though this is what you want and you want it to be a fairy tale ending, you have to also understand you need to consider this person's feelings. Because they may be wounded too. They might feel like you're playing mind games with them, right? So you might feel like you're coming at them with a fairy tale ending, but they might feel like I don't I don't trust you right now. I feel like you're trying to just play mind games with me because I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you should have done better and you didn't. So now I don't trust you as much as I used to. So when you come at them, they might be looking at you like this now. Whereas before, they were looking at you like this, right? So you need to just have patience because there's a lot of transformation going on between you and this person. Both of you are going through transformations, but you're also going through a transformation together with whatever this relationship is. So if you push them away while you were healing and you want to come back and talk to them about it, you have to understand you need to be patient because they felt some kind of way for you pushing them away. Especially if you were very close to this person, spent a lot of time with this person, lived with this person, right? It's like you guys used to cuddle all the time or have certain things that you did every night when this person came home from work or you came home from work, and then they went from I come home and you're asleep or you avoid me and go in another room until I'm asleep. Like, you know what I mean? So something happened because they're not looking at you. They're like I said, they're looking at you like this now. You don't want to be this. They say, like, I don't want to play your mind games. So your mind games to them, even if you weren't necessarily playing mind games, in their mind, they think you were. So it may have made some kind of confusion or indecision within that person. Whereas at first they may have, again, look at you like this and was so sure of you, but now they're looking at you like you're just like that's so mean. You're just like the rest of them, right? That's how they're looking at you. That's so mean. Like, but it is what it is, right? Like, that's how they're looking at you now. They're no longer looking at you like this sweet person that they were in love with. They're looking at you like, how could you? Like, we were in love and you just pushed me away, and now you want to pull me back in. Like, why did you push me away? I wouldn't have pushed you away. Like, right? So it's that kind of thing. And so there's a new opportunity for both of you guys to come back together. There's definitely a new opportunity for you guys to come back together, but you need to make sure that you have a solid, like, you need to have your stuff together. Because if this person starts asking questions and wants to know answers, you're going to have to be able to communicate with them, because communication is going to be the key for y'all to get back on track. But you also have to understand, like I said, patience is what's going to have to happen, because the way that you decided to handle things, you are now, this person is looking at you like you're just you played games with me. That's it. And they're like on the fence about whether they want to have this new opportunity with you, whether they should ever give you another opportunity. So there's a lot of healing that's going to have to take place between the two of you. Like I said, there's a lot of transformations for them. separate from you. There's a lot of transformations from you, for you, separate from this person. And y'all are both going through transformations, a lot of changes, whether that be with work, family, whatever, yourself. And you really need to heal, because there's a lot of hidden emotions and things that were left unsaid within this relationship. This will be successful, right? You will get your wish granted. It will be successful. You just need to be able to step up and be, right, the King of Cups. Someone who is devoted, passionate, faithful, emotionally intelligent, a leader, right? You just need to be able to show that instead of this. Right? So things are going to work out for you, Aries. Things might just be slow or delayed, but again, that's what comes with what happened. And if you really love this person, you need to be patient. Like, one of you or both of you could be in hermit mode and not want to really talk to anyone, or be isolated, or just want to take the time to meditate, right? Or just want to take the time to be alone or do some soul searching. But that's fine, because the more you guys are alone and soul search, the more that this love can come together, right? Even if you think it's not what even if you think it's not what you want, and you're just like, I'm never gonna get this person, they're never gonna get me, whatever, guess what? Y'all are soulmates, right? This is a good connection. This is a solid connection. And you will have a victory, right? You'll have a victory. You just need to be patient. You need to be patient. And I think even with you going through everything you've been going through, and making sure you heal yourself, I think a lot of that has to do with recognizing how to be patient, how to listen, how to do a lot of things, because you might know how to do that, but weren't doing that with this person, like prior to whatever, like you having alone time, because everything going on in your head, right? So you might have lashed out at them, you may have gotten smart with them, spoke to them in a way that you probably would not have spoken to them, and now you want to, like, and then you just pretty much push them away, right? So now that you're like, I'm sorry I pushed you away, I want to come back, you just need to have patience with this person. Like, you can't expect to do what you did and they just be like, okay, cool, everything is great, like, it's okay that you pushed me away, right? So, and you may have honestly pushed this person away in a time where they really needed you, because like I said, they are also going through transformation and change in their, like, for their self. So they might feel some kind of way, because they might feel like, I really needed you, and you knew that. You might have known, you might not have known, right? It's like that came to me though. It's like, I really needed you, and you knew I needed you. They might have told you something was coming up for them. Could be anything. Court, family funeral, something, right? Where they're just like, I need you there. I need you by my side. I need your support with this. And you're like, I got you. And then you disappeared, or you were pushing them away and dealing with your own. So you're just like, I can't deal with yours and mine. And you just kind of went into your own corner. And this person is like, but you said you were going to be here for me, right? So you've really hurt this person. So, but it's like, you guys can heal. You can have that fairy tale. You can have what you want. You can have that new beginning, have a new opportunity, but there's going to have to be a lot of emotional outpours. You're going to have to tell this person truly how you feel about what you have gone through, about how you feel about them, about how sorry you are for pushing them away. And then on top of all of that, you're going to have to be patient, because they're going to have to be able to absorb all of this and decide, like, how they want to proceed, right? What can we do so this doesn't happen again? What can I do? What can we do so that you don't keep pushing me away? And it's really like you need to explain to them it's really nothing y'all can do. It's all about you had to go and heal from something. So whatever that is, you need to be able to explain to them, yo, in the future, if I need to heal, I'm going to talk to you. In the future, if I need to heal, I'll let you know. I might need to go stay with somebody like my brother or sister or whoever for a couple of days, or just get a hotel room or rent an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere just for me to get my head straight, right? But if you explain that to that person, they have an understanding, and it's not you just leaving them and you look like this. You don't want to look like this to them. Okay? Aries, I hope this helped you. I hope you have a great week. Good luck with making up with this person. It looks like you're going to be making up during May. So hopefully in June, we'll have better news for you. I will be doing weekly readings again on a regular basis. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on. Have a good week.